Welcome to day 29 of me backtesting my way to success. Let's just get right into the charts. Okay, so first trade was a really huge win and I had a lot of confluence, so it was a really good trade. And the first thing I did was look at the weekly. I noticed this fair value gap, I noticed this huge order block. I marked those confluences, went into a lower time frame to look for more confluences. Daily fair value gap, and when I entered the market I was right around this area, so it was in the fair value gap and I scaled down into a lower time frame again to look for more confluences. I noticed this huge fair value gap to the upside. Again, lower time frame. I noticed this 3-hour order block right here. Marked it in 2 hours. I didn't find anything new right here, so I looked up, saw this 2-hour fair value gap, this 2-hour order block, and of course this area of liquidity, marked them all. We went into the 1 hour and I noticed this order block right here. So I marked all of those confluences and then I went into the 15-minute to look for a good entry point. And right here, price went into everything except for the 3-hour order block, I believe. And so I thought, yeah, okay, I have weekly fair value gap, I have weekly order block, I have a daily fair value gap, I have a 4-hour and a 1-hour fair value gap and order block. So it 5 or 6 confluences, I'm legit unable to count right now, I don't know why. And so yeah, I entered off a breaker structure, which was another confluence of mine right here. Stop loss, I set it really carefully. I set it below this area of below this huge weekly order block with a lot of breathing room. And then I noticed I placed it around this area and I saw this this area of liquidity and thought, okay, yeah, let me just move my stop loss below this area of liquidity just in case, you know. And now we're getting to the good part, take profits. Of course, like always, previous areas of liquidity or order blocks, building or fair value gaps, you know, just my building blocks. So take profits, this area of liquidity, this one, and those 3. Then the beginning of this 2-hour fair value gap, the beginning of this 2-hour order block, and of course, this area of liquidity that really stood out. And everything was hit. Max risk reward ratio was 4 and a pretty huge trade. So let's just see how the next trade goes. Next trade was another win. The reasons why I entered were this daily fair value gap to the upside and also a 4-hour order block to the upside. Price went into both, took out this area of liquidity, and I marked this area of liquidity to be sure to put my stop loss above it and give it breathing room in case price wants to take out this area of liquidity. Take profits were the beginning of this 3-hour order block to the downside, the beginning of this 3-hour fair value gap to the downside, this area of liquidity and this area of liquidity. Again, I was not too sure. I didn't want to place my take profits like up here because I had confluence to the upside and confluences to the downside. I did have a daily and a 4-hour confluence that price is going to go up. So I would have liked to place my next take profit right here. But like I said, because also I have confluence to the downside and I don't know how price reacts. Which one gets ignored or maybe none get ignored, but I don't know. I just don't know how far the daily and 4-hour confluence can push the price up to. So that's why I only placed 4 take profits. And yeah, let's just see how the next trade goes. Okay, next trade was a loss. And the reasons why I entered were 2-hour fair value gap and order block to the downside. Also, I was trading with a bias. And on a breaker structure, I entered right here. Take profits were previous areas of liquidity right here, and those 2 areas of liquidity. Stop loss was above this area of liquidity with a lot of breathing room. And legit 10 seconds ago, I was thinking, okay, I see this area of liquidity and it's really standing out. Should I place my stop loss above it with like this much breathing room? And I thought, yeah, usually I would. But then I looked at the risk reward ratio and it wasn't really good anymore, and that's why I didn't do it. And so I got stopped out. All my take profits would have been hit. And what I take from this trade is, again, I should at least right now not care for the risk reward ratio, because my market experience, my intuition told me price is going to take out this area of liquidity, and it did. And I went against my gut. So I guess what I could also take from this is to trust my gut. That's already it for today's episode. Today was a really good episode. I won two really good trades, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.